Welcome back to the Post. Joining us now is Chris Baily with Everybody Love Everybody. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it.
Truly my pleasure.
This is the time of year you start doing your big sleeping bag drive. I know we've had some pretty warm weather. But now you look at the temperatures and it looks like this weekend, even as fast as this weekend, we could see feels like temperatures in the 20s. That's got to worry you.
Yeah, so this whole thing started 12 years ago. I was watching Fox 4 News, and a lady was found on the dart rail platform, slumped over in her wheelchair, and she'd frozen to death. And that's going to happen, this year. It's hard to beg for sleeping bags when it's been 80 degrees, but like you said, the temperatures are really going to drop this weekend, and I just can't imagine sleeping in the elements at night.
Yeah, these are special sleeping bags in the fact that they can keep someone warm.
Yeah.
It's not just you and what you do is you pick the sleeping bag. Mm-hmm. People can go on Amazon. I'll send the link because you've got the Amazon shopping cart. And basically you buy a sleeping bag. You have even talked about how you have gone and passed out these sleeping bags. A lot of people say they should be in the shelter. But you personally talked with some of these people who said the shelter was full. They couldn't get in. There's a reason. They may have an animal or something that they can't get in the shelter, and they're willing to take the chance to be outside.
Yeah, some of them don't want to be in the shelter. There's a lot of mental illness on the streets, and they don't do well in buildings with a lot of people. Yeah. And like you said, some of them have animals. Some of them have records that won't allow them to go in. But I honestly, I don't care about their past or their story when it comes to this. They should still be warm.
Yeah.
Talk about how this has just transformed over the years.
The first year we did this, I think we delivered 70 sleeping bags.
Okay.
And it's grown every year. And then thanks to Lauren Prisbel for putting it out there to everybody, we now do about 2,000 sleeping bags every year.
2,000?
Yeah.
It's funny because they show up on his front porch like this. He'll come home and all of a
Amazing.
sudden it's like Amazon delivery guy stopped by. I mean, he's got to love you. He's probably like, oh, here comes the sleeping bag drive again. but you get a great response because I feel like it's you found a problem, you found a solution, and all I have to do is click to help you out.
Right. I want to make
You're doing the hard work.
Yeah, I want to make it as easy as possible. It's a lot of work. Every sleeping bag comes in a Coleman sleeping bag box inside of an Amazon box, so it's a lot of work to unbox these. Mm-hmm. And you can't take them out there in the boxes because it's too much litter. We get sometimes 200 in a day. We'll have 2 or 3 Amazon trucks parked in front of the house at the same time.
It reminds me of the scene from the Santa Claus when he's unloading the list with all those boxes.
Yeah.
It's literally your house with
It's
these
literally
sleeping
your
bags.
house. Yeah, and then you have volunteers to help you pass these out.
Yeah, we worked with some youth organizations, some baseball groups, some church groups, just different groups of people that, a lot of them go down to the downtown area already to hand out food. And so some of them get stocked up on sleeping bags to hand out sleeping bags also. I really like going myself and personally handing them out. I like to meet the folks that I hand them out to. I like to ask them their name. Nobody ever asks them their name. I like to get to know them a little bit if I can. And I've never had a bad experience doing this. There's people that are scared to do this. I get it. Never had a bad experience ever. You show up with a trailer of 400 sleeping bags. They're pretty nice to you.
Yeah, I bet. You do some other drives as well. I know you do the sock drive, you do the diaper drive. These all sound like little things, but really it adds up.
It is little to me because I get to do the fun part. I get to hand the stuff out. I get to see the look on their face. So for me, it's fun. I really enjoy doing it. We do a toy drive every year. And like you said, the socks. And when it gets really hot outside, we go buy a bunch of Gatorades and hand out Gatorade downtown and we do what we can. I'm blessed to be able to help other people. And with this, the sleeping bag drive and the sock drive and diaper drive, I don't have to pay for anything. I just post it on Facebook and they show up at my house.
Yeah, you have a full-time job. This is not his job, by the way. You have a full-time job. And then you also run the Facebook group, Everybody Love Everybody.
Right.
Remind us how that started. Because
Well,
that's when I started following you and found out about the amazing work you were doing. And there weren't that many followers, then it has grown to be something huge that just is so heartwarming.
Yeah, so that actually happened right here around where we are right now in downtown Dallas. It started the day after the police officers were ambushed in Dallas. And I was having a rough day. I'm not a crybaby, but I was crying, listening to the radio and listening to them talk about it. And I wanted to do something, but I'm not an activist. I didn't know what to do. And I finished up my day at work in this area, which I'm almost never in. So it was like destiny somehow. And I went to, I wanted to do the opposite of hate. I wasn't sure what that was. So I drove to Walmart and I bought a poster board and a Sharpie and I made a big sign that says everybody love everybody, and I walked around downtown Dallas. I wasn't sure how I was going to be received, but it actually was pretty cool. I posted my story on Facebook when I did that, and an old boss of mine said, "You need to Google yourself. There's something going on."
Quite a lot of people are sharing it.
Yeah, and so I pulled it up, and my picture had been picked up by the Associated Press, and it was in every paper in the country. And so I said, well, this could be 15 minutes of fame, or we could make this something that helps people and make it last. Wow. So we started the Facebook group. It's just about helping people. We don't ask for money. We don't post memes. We just post stories about helping other people. And we want to show people how easy it is to help somebody else. Yeah. When you see someone that needs help, are you the person that says, wow, I hope they find some help, or are you the person that helps them?
That's a good question.
And I want to show people that being the person that helps them is not that hard. It's really easy.
How does it make you feel to see where this has gone, knowing that you just picked up a Sharpie and wrote something that came to mind is now turned into this?
It's crazy to me that, that my name even got out there at all. I'm just a normal guy, sales job.
You are not a normal guy. Don't say that.
But it's been pretty rewarding to be able to affect other people and help them. And I'm going to keep doing it as long as I can.
To me, you're proof that one person can make a difference, like truly.
Yeah, people say all the time that this is amazing. It's not amazing. I do something little, and if everybody would do something little, that would be amazing. Mm-hmm. All of us can do something, And I have people all the time that say, well, I appreciate what you're doing, but I can't afford a sleeping bag. Okay, then collect sleeping bags, or collect shoes, or collect socks, or something.
Or come volunteer, come help. There's so many different little things. So how much is a sleeping bag?
They've gone up. So when I started this 12 years ago, they were $38. They've gone up now to $58. And I have people every year that'll contact me and say, hey, we found a really cheap sleeping bag. Yeah, I know, but they're really cheap sleeping bags.
Yeah. Right.
These are good sleeping bags. They're good down to 20 degrees. And
that's good.
Yeah,
right.
But they've gone up in price. They've gone from 38 to 58. So if that stretches someone out too thin, then don't buy one. I understand.
But if it saves someone's life,
yeah,
I mean, if it keeps them warm for the winter,
it literally can. The sock drive is great and the diaper drive is great, but the sleeping bag drive is the biggest one for me because it can actually save somebody's life.
Right.
Yeah, we've
and
seen it.
You mentioned this just when we were talking, that when it gets cold, a lot of us have the privilege of just choosing not to go out.
Yeah.
And so we just, I think, need to remind people that it's been warm and it's feeling warm, but that's going to change.
That's not going to last.
Yeah.
It's not February yet. February is our coldest month.
Yeah.
And it goes into March, and it's miserable. I handed a sleeping bag to a young lady one day in Fort Worth, and her name was Rebecca. She was wearing a sweater. And I said, here, let me give you a sleeping bag. And she said, oh, thank you so much. I slept right here last night. It was 29 degrees, and I slept right here, and all I had was this sweater. Can you imagine that? I mean, I can't.
It's tough.
Yeah, we're very lucky.
How many sleeping bags do you have so far?
About 150.
Oh my, yeah. Hard to convince people when it's 80 degrees outside
that
is. Sleeping bags are needed.
Yeah, I'm gonna tug at their heartstrings this weekend when it gets cold.
Okay,
that'll work.
Okay, and you're hoping to get 2,000?
Sure, I'll take as many as they'll send.
Whatever you send, he'll go. And where do you find these people to pass them out to? Just anywhere, or like?
There's areas where I know to go where there's concentration of. I can hand out 400 sleeping bags in downtown Fort Worth in about 30 minutes.
Whoa.
Yeah. So while 400 sounds like a lot, it's not enough.
It's not enough.
No, not enough.
Wow.
Okay, here we go. We got to get to work. We're going to
Yes.
put a link with all the details on where you can purchase a sleeping bag. Don't worry, you just do it, you buy it, it goes to his house, not to your house. It goes to his house,
Right.
and then he gets to work and making sure that everybody is safe. But this is, to me, is like the best way we can take care of each other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hope I've made it as easy as possible.
You have,
sure.
you have, and thanks for coming on.
Oh,
I
Such
absolutely.
an
appreciate it.
inspiring
It's always fun to
message.
talk to you.
Anytime,
I know,
anytime I get
love it.
an invitation from Lauren Priswell.
Oh, come on, come on. Thank you so
yeah.
much. Also, you can follow for everything good that this man does. Everybody love everybody. You just go to the Facebook page and follow along. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank
Absolutely,
you.
my pleasure.